Hello buddy, welcome to another video. So today is the 3rd of January when I'm recording this, and I'm uploading it today. It's a beautiful Saturday, but I'm not here to talk about the weather. It's the 3rd day of the year, and it's the 3rd day of me trying to be consistent, so let's do this, I suppose. But for today's video, I have something specific I want to talk about. I'm not going to be talking about a specific topic like yesterday, which is about journaling. I mean, that's a specific topic, but this one is more of a kind of like a rant and a realization of how have been doing things, and I have to accept the reality of that some things I'm doing right now is not a good idea. And that is the fact that I'm going to be kind of like defocusing on using Craft from now on. I think I've stated before, I've been using Craft as a journaling app for the past years, I suppose, and I have been rather consistent with it in the past quarter, or more specifically 1.5 months, and I love the app until today. I still love it and I'm still using it, but I'm rather frustrated with how things are right now, because I realize that there is really still a huge gap in what this app is capable of and what I desire from it. So just to give you context, I have submitted 2 short films, and I have actually uploaded them in my YouTube if you want to check it out. So I made 2 for what's that? Is that my chair? No, that's not my chair. Okay, that is my chair. Okay, so anyway, I have done 2 short films in the past month, and I've uploaded, but I'm not sure if I won. I hope I do. But both of the thing about these 2 projects is that I have done them in Google Docs, and I executed 100% throughout the whole project, which is beautiful. Okay, I mean, yeah, I got the job done, and that's what matters most, right? So that's what I want to talk about today, because as you guys know, consistency. This is the year of consistency for me, and that means I have to consistently execute on my tasks. So the thing is, as much as I love using Craft, I realize that this thing still suffers the same issue with Notion, which is you're always optimizing. You tend to fall into the trap of optimization. Because there's so much you can do, so much you can edit, so much possibilities. The beauty of the apps to do that. And the thing is, I fell into that trap for the whole past month, and I have to admit that as a part of, in the same tone as I realized I suck in, I think I did that video like last week, so yeah, I'm realizing that now again. So the thing is, just to give you context, I know that in the world of productivity, we have so much apps that is being shoved into our face as being the best app in the world. For example, Notion. It is a good app for sure. So much functionality, so much modularity, that so good if it's done right. But not just Notion, Craft, and then you have a lot of companies making task list apps, calendar apps, so many different types of productivity apps out there in the world. And you will notice a lot of people having memes about this issue that we face with this kind of like world full of options. And that is this: for the most part, there's like a bell curve where the 1% people who are very productive are people who use these apps and they do it very well. That's one. But the other side, there's 1% of people who just are very productive, but they don't even use this app. They just use basic app like Apple Notes, Google Docs to do most of the things, and they got shit done. But the most people who are unproductive are using all of these apps, and a lot of them, and switching between these apps, because people like me, we don't find a middle ground for most of the things. Because what I understand is, okay, I'm just gonna give you from my perspective, and that is, when I love an app so much, I would want to put everything into this. I want to put all of my resources, all of my details, all of my data, all of my information into this one system and make it work for me. And when this happens, I end up not really doing the thing that I'm supposed to do, because I spend so much time optimizing this thing, and then I don't do that. I mean, okay, sure lah. I mean, these things take time, so maybe give it a month. And once this completes, I will realize the huge ass limitation for these tools. And that's painful, because then you will see yourself to be in the same state as I am, where I'm like, shit, okay, this is not really working. Because I love craft a lot. I love how it works. But right now it's not really something that suits me at the moment with how I'm using AI. Because as you know, craft, I guarantee people who watch my videos don't know, but so craft has an AI assistant, which is bloody good, by the way. I just love how it works, and it works very well because it's using Claude AI. And the kind of like the explosion of functionality happens because of this AI integration and its ability to generate MCPs to connect to either Claude or ChatGPT externally. So that means you can open Claude.com and then talk to your docs directly and edit it like remotely from actually opening the app, which is bloody cool in its own right. I used it for a month and it's beautiful, but Claude, I mean, until today, I don't really like Claude. I don't know why a lot of people love to talk about Claude. I mean, it's good maybe, but for me, it's just really sterile. That's one thing. It's too sterile, and also the main issue is the token limits and the daily and weekly limits that it imposes even on pro subscribers, which is so yeah, that sucks. So anyway, with how things are right now, okay, as I said, how I've been very much productive on Google Docs, okay, the main thing that I want to really say is that officially I will be I know I keep saying officially, I'm not going to say officially. From now, I'll be focusing more on using Google Docs from now on, because it's ugly. I hate using it, so might as well I just use it as a place to store stuff and then to close it and do shit, which is what I need for myself to be more of an executioner. As I said, I want to execute more rather than plan. So and the main reason why I'm choosing Google as a whole is simply because, first of all, I have 1 terabyte of files on Google Drive. That's one thing. Another thing is that I am using Gemini heavily, and as you know, Gemini is one of the cheapest pro subscription you have right now, because for $20, I think, if it's a conversion right, because for Malaysians like me it's 99 ringgit. So for this price, which is similar to ChatGPT, for Claude, you get 2 terabyte storage, you get a lot of features alongside with Gemini's, and you get Notebook LM, a fucking beast, for processing your files as well. So you get so much for less, and you can share this $90, $20 with 5 other family members. So that means in that price, 5 people would get pro features, and that's amazing. So that's the reason why I've been using Gemini a lot. And one of the best features of Gemini, frankly speaking, is, okay, Gemini 3 is really good Gemini 3, the current Gemini, like current update, is very good. It's the multimodal, and it's kind of like image and video processing is bloody good. So that's, apart from that, the main thing that kind of made me stuck with Gemini is first the price, and secondly of its use of Google Docs. Okay, here's the thing. If you ever made a custom GPT before, because I have been using that before, because I have been a ChatGPT subscriber for a whole year before this, and I stopped because frankly ChatGPT is rubbish now. So when you make a custom GPT, you have the option to actually put knowledge, like you can put a PDF, you can put a document or anything as the knowledge base for working with the custom GPT for a specific use case. For example, if you want to make it as an email writer for you, so you put a few of your previous emails, or you put instructions and also details of how you want it to write emails, and it will execute pretty well and in your own way, in the right way you want it to, based on your instruction and the context you've given. So the knowledge is pretty much the context you give to an AI, right? So the cool thing about Gemini Gems is that you can literally link it to a Google Doc. So here's the thing. Google Doc, when you put a Google Doc, is a knowledge base. It's not a static file like how you, as I said, how you would do with custom GPT, or I think for Claude it was called I forgot what it's called, but there's a kind of like similar thing for Claude. I forgot. I don't really use it honestly because of how I hate the context, how limited the context is. So anyway, those kind of implementations is that you're putting a static file into this. So that means if you haven't updated information, you have to update the file separately and edit the custom GPT and upload a new file and remove the previous one. And this is fucking tedious. What if I want it to be connected to my daily journal? Then that means this particular approach is not really wise, right? So that's where it comes for Google Docs. Because Google Docs, you can just link a Google Doc and you can edit it anytime you want, and it will automatically update what the Google Gem sees. Google Gem will see the latest information in your Google Docs, and that is powerful because you can continuously have a conversation and update alongside, and it will know you updated it, and that's bloody brilliant. So which is why I stuck to it, and now I'm having this friction because I use it heavily, and having to always update my Google Docs with my journal from my previous app is really irritating and really time consuming. And now I'm feeling the urge to just realize that, you know what, Daniel, this is not the way to go. So yeah, so for now that's pretty much it. Just a little rant of the current situation with my app usage, pretty much, and how these cool apps, they are good in their own right, they function well, but for people like me, I don't think all of this beauty and kind of like coolness of apps is really worth it, because you're spending money on these people, and the next thing you know, you realize it's not fit for you. Then you go to another app, and then you have to waste time transferring shit to another app, and then you realize that doesn't work. Then you shift again, and you don't achieve much. So I'm just gonna continue with how things are, in the sense that I would write on craft, but I'm gonna focus more on Google Docs, honestly, and slowly taper as time goes on, because as things stand, Google Docs is the way to go, honestly, even though I hate it. But maybe this hatred is useful. Maybe this helps me to move forward. So yeah, that's pretty much for today's update. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.